Oh yeah, I'm live.
All right, we are live.
Sweet.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pizza Time.
Oh yes.
Cowabunga. So this is a huge day of non-stop Turtles action, and it happens to be World Turtle Day. How cool is that? Pretty cool.
Thank you for the good luck.
Yeah. So we got let Mr. Clean introduce himself here. Gonna be running TMNT Arcade any percent.
All right. Well, as you know, my name is Mr. Clean TV, and I've been speedrunning this game for a little over a month now, and yeah, I'm kind of new to this. It's my first game speedrunning ever.
You're doing great though. You're making huge strides already. So,
Thank you. Appreciate it.
all right, everybody. Well, let's give Mr. Clean a good luck and a bless, and let's show off this classic, awesome game.
All right, let's do it up. Do you
By the way,
want to do a countdown or?
sure. Here we go.
All right.
In 3, 2, 1, pizza time.
All right. Oh boy.
And, by the way, I am Stormcrow56K. I don't think I mentioned that. Be helping out with the commentary today. Remember, we do have a decent lag as far as what I'm seeing versus what Mr. Clean is seeing. So, all right. So we're gonna start off by kind of explaining some of how the game works. So enemies do come out pretty much in set patterns for the most part. So it's really mainly going to be optimizing how they react. Depending on how you're coming at them, they will react in different ways. So that's easier said than done.
I forgot to take that death.
Oh, not the end of the world. Honestly, I don't even know if that death does anything. So, and on that note, so this game works on a ranking system. So for any percent, we want to abuse that ranking system. And basically, by taking deaths, that lowers your rank. The lower your rank, the less enemies you're going to see, which means that you can beat the game faster. So we're actually going to be taking intentional deaths in multiple places. And when you happen to take an accidental death, sometimes it's not the end of the world.
Oh, like right there. That was a mistake. But it wasn't a death.
Okay. I was gonna say, I haven't even seen that yet. And this is, as I was talking earlier about kind of getting the enemies to react how you want. This is the classic example. This level can be a complete nightmare, or it can just go swimmingly. So, a very specific way you want to approach each of these enemies.
Oh, that was really unfortunate.
So for any percent, we're using Donatello. He has the longest range. He's a little bit slower than some of the other enemies, but great range with his special attack and his normal attacks. Yeah. This right here.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say this here is the Josie skip, found by Josie Kendamu, and bypasses a good 15-20 seconds of the game.
Ooh, and we got it.
All right, Bebop fight. As long as you give him your space, which is a key component for most of the bosses in this game, is proper spacing and proper timing.
Ooh, I'm getting weird button presses.
Moving into the sewers. Here you can only have a certain amount of enemies on screen before it lets you scroll. So you gotta very carefully choose which enemies you're killing and in what time. A lot of the time you can leave one enemy on screen and actually still scroll it as well. And then come back and clean them up after. Ooh. Here we typically try and take a death. His health is a little bit high. He's going to go ahead and get it anyways. Once again, we want to maintain that low rank. Yeah, those the spiky fence can be a real jerk.
Oh man, that was a bummer. Totally unintentional.
Yeah, you can get trapped in the spiky fence. So as far as enemy or not enemies, attacks that you can do in this game, so you have each turtle has 2 standard attacks which happen at random. Donatello's, both of his have good range and are pretty good, so like I said, that's part of why we use him. And the standard attack is useful in the run. If you hit both the attack and jump button at the same time, you do a special. And actually, real quick, I'm going to explain. So he's on what we call the magic pixel on the edge there. And you cannot be hit by anything if you're on the edge, which is used in multiple points in the game.
Yeah, I tried getting on that edge. It didn't really work out too good the first time.
It happens. Yeah, it's a little bit tight.
It's been happening to me a lot lately.
Like I said, we got the special. There's also what we call a lofty kick. So if you don't hit the jump and attack button at the exact same time, you'll do this real derpy kick, which only has a couple uses in the game. It's pretty much worthless. A standard jump kick, which can be very useful for the roadkill Rodneys. And then you can do basically a jumping special attack, which you have to attack basically at the peak of your jump, which can be useful in certain situations. So there's a little more depth in this game than you might have thought.
Oh my god.
So yeah, just take your time, you'll get there. So this Bebop and Rocksteady fight, pretty tough to get a quick kill on. Now you can group them together and knock them out, in 4 attack movements. Very hard to get consistently. So they each require slightly different distancing and timing. As far as the first 2 hits and then a special is how you knock them down. So it's a pretty small window.
Oh, that's so rough.
Hey, you got through it. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is not a very forgiving run for a marathon, so everybody give it up to Mr. Clean.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
This is his first marathon event. Like I said, this is his first speed run. So
yeah, this is
rough.
That boss fight is very unforgiving.
We're just trying to show off this awesome game, so all good.
We're gonna make it through though. Oh no.
Yeah, just we're feeding them credits. Quarters.
Oh yeah.
Quarters are worthless to us.
Oh no.
All right, so highway here. This level is a choreographed dance when it's done perfectly, which is way easier said than done. So basically, like I said, all the enemy spawns are coming out at certain locations, but you also have vehicles, cars, motorcycles, etc., which you can actually use to run over, foot soldiers like you just did there. So that's a big part of this level is utilizing those properly. If you get through it fast enough, you only get 1 wave of white foot soldiers here. If not, then you get a second wave as well, so you're going to lose it at least another 5 seconds or so.
Yeah, I lost it, definitely.
Alright, and he's got the swag kill on the tire. Alright, here we go. Hands down, best level in the game. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
This is where you take a drink of your coffee, or you...
Doing it right now.
Yeah. have a nice silky vape, whatever your poison is. But yeah, so since we're running any percent, we can die as much as we want. So basically, what you have to do is you have to let the music go through 3 loops. And you actually notice we're on the bridge now. So the first loop is without the bridge. Second loop is with the bridge. Third loop starts after the bridge ends.
Oh, I almost got the stabby. There we go.
And you can actually tell when the music's ending. It does a crescendo, and that's when you can kill the enemy. So if he were to start killing these, all kinds of horrible enemies would start appearing. Purple bomb dropping helicopters, all kinds of stuff. So basically, you just want to get your 2 hits in on each of these foot soldiers, and then wait until the music ends, and then you just tap them for the third hit. Also, it's a good time to take some deaths. Make sure you're minimized at rank. And what Mr. Clean was talking about, there's a 40-watt range discovered a way that you can kind of get trapped in between the foot soldiers to where they're not actually hitting you, which is fun times. Those are the 3 blind mice.
Yeah, it's hard to get.
Yeah, it actually, I don't know. I guess he discovered how to do it, but I want to say it was me that it happened accidentally once. Where they all just loaded up on me, and then you can literally just do a special attack and kill them all instantly. So
Yeah, it's
happy
like
little accident.
hard to get them in there. Oh, and these spear guys are a major pain.
Yeah, so I like to call them Pokey Boys. But yeah, they're not nice. So yeah, this is the factory. Got a lot of Pokey Boys. We got the red Shooty Boys. We got the yellow Banana Boys. And then we also have the red Ray Gun Boys.
Oh
Which,
no.
because he's at minimal rank, you're not going to see the red Ray Gun Boys, thankfully. They're jerks. Okay, at least you got a decent amount of them. So typically you can kind of get those drones in a specific pattern. I think he's just a little bit late getting there. No big deal.
Yeah, I got screwed up on the Rodneys.
Yeah, best way to kill those is 2 jump kicks. All right, first of the what do you call these guys? The stone.
I forget what this guy's name is.
This is Trag, General Trag, right?
I think this
Or is it
Granitor or whatever.
Granitor. Yeah, I always get them confused. So, probably one of the toughest bosses other than Shredder. So, if you notice, he's kind of hitting him and then backing away. You want to be slightly below him as well. It's a real thin line, because if you're too high, he'll hit you with his flame. You also can't go very fast when you're hitting him. So you kind of have to time out your turnarounds. And actually, him and what was it? The other one, the other stone soldier, Trag. Jeez.
Sorry.
No, thank you. And Krang, they all take just a certain amount of hits, so you can just do the standard attack.
Yeah, it's weird
All
to
right.
manipulate the enemies.
Yeah, it's hard too. Yeah, which on this level we do a lot of manipulation when possible. So Technodrome, obviously easiest level, hands down. JK.
Oh, right when
so
you said that.
Right. Commentator's curse, even though it was sarcastic. So, and if you notice there, he actually did a manipulation to just bypass all those enemies, which is nice. We're gonna take our final death here, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And we'll be coming up to fight Trag here in a moment.
No.
And some red shooty boys causing problems. So yeah, with these red guys, you really want to deal with them as quickly as possible. There's actually a way that you can kind of get them as soon as they appear on screen if you jump at a certain time.
Yeah, I was trying to get that.
Yeah, easier said than done, especially in a marathon setting.
Yeah.
So Trag, once again, this is very similar to Granitor, only you can attack him much faster, and he moves a lot slower. Sometimes he'll just stand in the exact same place, so he's a real treat. He's a real treat.
Oh, yeah. I find him a lot easier.
Yeah.
I did find that you can get him. Yeah, there it goes. You can get him in one spot where he'll just keep trying to attack you, and you can just keep hitting him if you move left and right.
Oh, nice.
But you gotta be like in the perfect spot for it, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm sure your movement has to be pretty tight.
Yeah, like
So, yeah.
really tight.
So yeah, I mean, with any speed running, you're gonna have to make risk/reward, you know, decisions, and this game is no different. So there are definitely some strats there that are a little faster, and some that are a little more consistent. So
That lofty kick, though, is like the most awful thing ever.
yeah, lofty kick. Like I said, sometimes I use it in my runs to an extent, for more for movement purposes. They do one kill shot the drones, oddly enough, but you really don't need to do that. All right, so Krang here, very similar to the others. He's more similar to Granitor because you do have to take your time. If you go too fast, you're going to get punished. And basically, after he moves across the screen, you're going to want to come down just a little bit, do a slight delay, and then do a jump kick just to catch him. All right, everybody, get up the blesses. We got Shredder coming up.
Oh boy.
So first thing, Shredder's going to be on the right. We're going to wait for them to come out. And then as soon as they come out, he's going to move over to force real Shredder onto the right side. So there are a number of different ways you can do this. I mean, if you're fast enough, you can actually just hammer on the specials. It's very, very tight window. So he's playing it smart by getting in some normal attacks and doing, vertical movements. You're gonna get hit by those rays occasionally too. There's not a lot you can do about that. Now Shredder's health is actually controlled by where you are on rank too. So for any percent versus 1cc, this fight is a lot faster.
There we
After
go.
after his helmet comes off, he's gonna take 2 specials, and he's dead. And time will be when the screen changes to the Technodrome. And
It's time.
time. We got a 15:29.
Man,
GG, Mr. Clean.
that was rough, man.
That's the game, baby.
Thank you guys for showing up. Appreciate it and having me for the event.
And I will say, if this was, 3-4 months ago, that this time would have been world record. So don't discount yourself too much.
Very nice.
Yeah, this game has seen a lot of improvement over the last 6 months.
Yeah, man, I don't know how you did it. It's incredible.
It's a team effort. L-Rock, 40-watt range, Serial, Josie, lots of good runners. So yeah, if you like the game, check out the Ninja Turtles Discord for any of these games, and we're all there to help out.
And any speedrunners out there, I suggest you start speedrunning this game. We need more people running it.
For sure.
It's definitely a fun one and a challenging one.
Yeah. It's super addicting. And yeah, so it looks like we got Turbo Gilman coming up next with Turtles in Time Reshelled. Get hyped for Mr. Turbo. And we got a long day of pizza time. I'm going to order my pizza here in like an hour. Just munch on it throughout the day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, GG, Mr. Clean. Any last words from you, sir?
Thank you for commentating for my run, man. And thank you, Mr. Dino, and everyone that put this together for having me. I appreciate it. And thank you, everybody, for the GGs. Enjoy the rest of the runs.
For real, yeah. Many blessings to everyone that put this together. SpeedGaming as well. Thank you.